Everybody, good morning. Happy Saturday. Hope everybody's having a good day so far. Today, I'm going to be working on the MGT. Now, this is one I've had for a while, but she's got problems. Always giving me crap. Not sure if the two-speed shifts, and there's a couple other problems I want to work out today. But as anybody in this hobby knows, when you have compounding issues, one can lead to the other, can lead to the other, or one can be all of it. So let's take a look at this thing, and hopefully we can get some bugs worked out of it today. There we go. Let's take a look at the chat. What's going on? Bob's RC, how are you doing, brother? Good to see you. OG in the house. Gonna hold down the fort for me today. OG, yeah, I hate compounding issues. Yeah, me too. Today, I've also, if OG, you got free reign in the joint, if you want to drop people's links, I'd wait till you get a decent crowd in, so that way everybody can see it. Nitro Steve, what's going on, brother? Let's drop some links today, OG. Let's get some people some love. So what's everybody up to? All right. So how many people have one of these? I'm sure some have had them in the past, but currently have one. This is probably my favorite monster truck. I just like this thing. I like the way it's built. I like the mechanics of it. But is it the best monster truck? Probably not. No, I'm going to say no. It's probably not the best monster truck. This is, oh yeah, you two RC. She's a big one. How big are these things? Let me see if I can find a Savage tire. Gotta have one around here somewhere. Well, I don't have a Savage tire. There you go. This is one probably from, probably like a Revo or a T-Max. It's quite a bit bigger. But back to what I was saying. Is this the best monster truck? I doubt it. Would I throw this off a ramp as easily as I would a, let's say a Savage? Definitely not. Savage parts are easy to come by. We all know they're willing to take the beating. This one will probably take the beating, but parts are not as easy to come by. So let's see what we got here. Nitro Steve says he has an 8.0 and a Mini. Nice, nice. This is a 4.6. It's actually a 21 with a 4.6, so everybody knows the little differences. What else we got here? Corey's showing up. What's going on, brother? Is this where all the cool people hang out on Saturday morning? I guess. Why not? Let's see. Michelle. Good morning, Michelle. How are you? Floyd Brewer? The one that got away. Yeah, brother. I didn't let this one get away. This one was for sale local. I picked this thing up right away as soon as I seen it. Let's see what else we got here. Michelle, everybody else giving each other some thumbs up. I love that. It's great. OG's going to be dropping links today, so if anybody sees any links in the chat, feel free to spread the love around. Let everybody else get some subs. You don't have a limited amount. Everybody can like everybody. There we go. I love the way the MGT looks, but I'll bash my Savage all day long. Like you said, parts are hard to find. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think this if you're looking for a runner, something that you can beat on every day, it's going to come down to a Savage or a Traxxas. I mean, that's all there is to it. The Traxxas parts are always available. You can still find parts for a Savage pretty easily. Both will take a beating. This is just as good. It's just, I think it's too nice for me to beat on this one. And the parts are just too expensive. Plus, I got the flag. Hell yeah. Best part of the truck, I think, is just that little flag. All right. Yep, Steve agrees. All right, so let's go over the problems I've had with this. Floyd Brewer, I wish I would have bought the MGT 8.0 instead of the Sen GST 7.7. Ooh, both nice trucks. You couldn't have gone wrong either way, Floyd, but that let's put it this way. My relationship with Sen right now is a little tough because I have a perfectly good MT Spec 3.0 that I'm looking for one part. The parts are just not there anymore. There you go. OG says hit the like button. So let's go over this truck. I picked this up, what? Probably a little over a year ago. This was found in I bought some previous cars off the guy. He found this up in his attic, posted it up. I was out of town. I asked the guy to hold it for me. He did. Paid him cash on the spot. Still on the original tires. It's a 21, not a 4.6, but it has a 4.6 with a scratch on the head, which I'm kind of pissed about. But other than that, this thing is bone stock. The only problem that it really had was this. Let's take the body off, take a look underneath there. Come on off. There we go. I'm not a fan of that rear body mount style, but nothing I can do about that. The only thing I didn't really care for, the body's not bad, a little beat up, but definitely usable. All right, set that to the side. All right, got a little bit of rake going on. Okay, either way. The only problem that this had was this right here. Let me zoom in on it. This is worth a zoom in for what this thing freaking cost. Was this guy right there. See that pull starter? That is a brand new in the box. Never been used before I got it. Pull starter. That is the most expensive pull starter I have ever bought in my entire life. That freaking pull starter was cost me 75 bucks. Okay, let's see what the chat says. JJ is here, hanging out. Good to see you. Nitro Jim, how are you, bud? Haven't seen you in a bit. Corey's here, Bob, everybody. $1,000 pull starter. $1,000? No. 75 bucks I had to pay for this. Try and find one. You're not gonna. And the engine was pretty much brand new, so I mean, it justified the price. But $75 for a pull starter. Yes, that's what that cost. For an engine that gives me crap. Figure that. Either way. All right, so let's get down to the problems. Problem I had with it, number one, was when I did get it running, it doesn't run that great. I think the carburetor's got some issues. I looked for air leaks all over. How much for the flag, though? Oh, that flag ain't for sale. You'd have to buy the whole thing to get the flag. There's no way. But the carb was kind of rough on the settings. I don't know. I could never really get it set right, but I think that's due to another issue, which we're going to get into. And I couldn't tell if it was shifting. I don't know if I'm maybe looking too far into this, and maybe that's the problem. Maybe it's just slow. I mean, it's not slow. I mean, it'll outrun most of your small block stuff, but I mean, it's not as fast as I thought it would be. So maybe it's just me. But one thing I did notice is we're going to do today the servo. The servo is just not happy. The throttle servo, I tried it with the emergency spring, the pullback spring. I tried it without it, and it's just not happy. She just vibrates like crazy. Let me show you what it does. All right, let's fire up the old Spectrum here. We'll flip the switch. I'll get a better view on it. That way I can show you what this thing does. And it's on Revo. Let's select MGT46. There we go. You can see it steers. It's not the fastest steering, but it is what it is. Now watch what this servo does. All aspects. What's going on, brother? Watch the horn. Let me get a good view of it. If you watch the horn, you see the twitch? And it will eventually get worse. See? Solid throttle. I'm not doing that. It'll sit there and twitch. Now it's moving that carburetor quite a bit. So I'm having a hard time keeping it at like, see, look, I can do it more, Just keeps doing it. Keeps on modulating that carb. It's real bad right there. But I can hold it open, but then it'll start to do it also at wide open. I ain't doing it right now. But anyway, there it goes again, see? Very temperamental. So I think it's hard for me to tell if it's shifting or not because obviously I can't keep it at a steady throttle without it sitting there burping the carb open and shut. So today we're going to swap that servo out. The Team Associated has served its purpose, and yeah, I'm going to retire it. Let's put this away. Zoom back out. So, like I said, a lot of underlying issues. I think that is definitely one of them. Oh, yeah. OG, this thing is 100% original. There is no... There's nothing changed in this other than it's got the wrong engine in it, but it's still the AE engine. Let's see what we got here. OG, yeah, that thing's tired. I agree. All aspects. What's up? Can't wait to get into my MGT. Hell yeah. Nitro Steve, the servo has a ghost. Yeah, it's a sad thing too because the case is in nice shape. It's a nice, good servo. I mean, still got the associated logo on it. I don't like changing them out, but it's not gonna work. A2RC, I think that's the natural of an old analog servo. Time for a digital upgrade. I agree. Yes. Damn, bro, those are original AEs. Yes, that's the sad part. I'm gonna hang on to it. Maybe I could find something else that uses a similar case and I can just re-put the top back on there. All Aspects says his are dead. All right, so this being a monster truck, I don't really run it too much. We don't need anything crazy. We're not racing this thing. I mean, that'd be cool, but we're not going to be racing that thing. So I went with, it's just a Spectrum S655. High torque, steel gear, 25 tooth. Nice. It's got the plastic tops and bottoms, but it's got the metal case. $30. I didn't want to go too crazy with it. I think a $30 servo and this will be just fine. It's going to work better than what's in it. And let's try it out. I've used these Spectrums in a lot of stuff, so I feel pretty confident that this will work just fine. Second thing is, somebody crashed this at one point because obviously I have RPM arms on this. If you look here, let's see if I can zoom in on it. Well, here, I can just show you this one. It has RPM arms. Top and bottom on this side, bottom on this side, but not this one. They left this guy all by himself. So, I guess I'm gonna put these on. We're gonna get this and make it match right. Just to get that out of the way. Now, here's a question for the crowd. I wanted to know this. I was told that the Traxxas T-Max arms from RPM work on these. Are they a direct bolt-on, or am I gonna have to mess with them? Let's see what we got here. Double J. Damn. All Aspects says he's got the original servos in his and they're dead. Well, I got another one for you if you want it. The Nitro Addiction. What's going on, brother? Savage. John will show up. All Aspects. I think I'll go with those servos too because I can't decide which one to go with. Can't talk, working. All right, brother. Well, you have a good day at work. Yeah, the Spectrum stuff I haven't had a bad trouble with. I bought some of the higher end ones. I have those in my my 8. What is it? The Truggy I got, the Low C Truggy, the 8T, and they're fast, man. They're not bad servo, but they're $100 a clip, so you have a lot of options in that range. All right, so let's start working on this. Let me see if I can get a better angle on it. We got lots of monster trucks, so we should be able to get a better angle on it. There we go. Oh, hold on. Stool's hitting the thing. Let's see if we're still in frame. Yeah, that'll work. All right. Let's start working this thing out. Okay, that's just the battery. We don't need anything to do with that. Where should I start on the arm first? The arm would probably be a little bit more lengthy. Yeah, let's work on the arm first. Nah, we're already set up for the servo. I'm not second guessing myself. Let's just do it. So, one thing I like about this MGT is you can take out pretty much all this electronics as a tray. So you can take this thing out and get it as scummy dirty as you want. And the cleanup is nice and easy. Come on, Pin. Let's see what they have to say. I've heard of T-Max arms working. Yeah, me too. Maybe I'll take the stock arm with me to the hobby shop and see if they have a set of arms I can compare them to. MGT looks like a bigger, badder T-Max. How could you go wrong with that? There we go. So I'll have to figure out how to fish that wire out. But let's get this out of here. different size. Here we go. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the MGT. I like the extruded aluminum chassis. I like how it has, like I have all the different aluminum blocks. You can adjust camber, and like there's so much adjustment on it. A lot of this is built like a buggy, to be honest with you. It's pretty sick. All right. Let's try and dig this out before I go through the wiring. Yeah, I'm going to hang on to this servo, like I said, because if I can get the top of the case to maybe work with another one, I'm going to try. Just to make it look original, you know? Obviously, the Spectrum one I'm not going to because the case is definitely different. Oh, where did you go? There we go. Oh, see, this is going to be a problem. All right, let me take a look at this, see if I got to pull that whole tray out. I think I'm going to have to. What a pain. Let me change that battery real quick. I'll be right back. All right. Yeah, I'm going racing a little later at 1 o'clock, so I got to get the batteries ready. Let's see. Grease Spot Garage still on that old school build. Yeah, this is a nice old school. This is one of the more fun ones. I think we're going to have to pull this whole box out. It's going to suck. I'm going to have to reset all the endpoints. Maybe not. Let me see. I could probably pull the ball cup off of the reverse. Then I won't even have to worry about that. Then we'll have to pull the tray out. Oh. Oh well, that's cool. You get to see how everything comes apart. Okay, let's see what it's got. What's the model on the servo you need? This is an old S1903 Team Associated. I got one to upgrade it. I'm not looking to. We're not looking for authenticity here. Let's see. You have to go live when you take that out for the first time. Yeah, I've had this out before. But yeah, it's hard for me to go live and record while driving. I can't multitask. I got to use the GoPro. All right, let me reset this because we're going to have to move this truck around. I got to get this, figure out how many screws to take this thing out. Grease Spot. I have an addictive personality, and now I want to get into an RC Nitro stuff. You guys are a bad influence. We are. What are you thinking about there, Grease Spot? What do you want? You want to get a monster truck? You want to go on road? Get a buggy? Do it. It's a good time. All right, let's see here. 1, 2. Where you go? 3, 4. Oh, I gotta pull the steering servo off. What a pain in the butt. This is gonna suck. No big deal. Do I pull the screw so I can leave the servo alone? I think that's the ticket. That's what we're gonna do. Was there a nut on the other side? Yep. Nope. That's not gonna work. I'm not gonna bullshit with that. Let's see. Nitro Freak, what's going on, brother? Grease Spot. This time I'll have to be an off-road deal. Get more use out of it. I agree. I have a bunch of on-road, and I don't use them as often as I should. 9 out of 10 times I'm using a monster truck. Servo saver came apart. It's okay. Fix that. I glued just like that. There we go. All right, so it shouldn't be too bad. Looks like how many screws are in here? A bunch. Any way I could fish this through? I don't think so. Probably not. Okay, let's get started. We'll figure it out. Not with that screwdriver. Going on? Everybody saying hi to everybody. Everybody hit that like button on the way in and out. OG, I think now's a good time if you want to start dropping some links. See who's around. Help them out. If you have time. If you're busy, then you can wait. So start pulling screws and see what happens. There we go. There's a couple there. A couple here. I don't even know who that one is. MC83. There we go. There you go, everybody. There's the links. Hit them up. Hit them up. Let's go. So what's everybody else working on today? I'm not the only one wrenching on something. Somebody else has to be doing something around here. What's up to everyone? There you go. Everyone also check out, I don't know if he's here yet, but Nitro Freak, man. That guy's collection is sick. Give him a look. That guy, all right. Damn, 4 screws? Wasn't expecting that. I'm not going to lie. I figured it would hold him with more than that. All right, cool. I'll take that. 4 screws. All right. So you get it as a full assembly, just like this. So, yeah, there would have been no way I would have snaked that in there. Let's find out where these came through. And pull them out. Let's get rid of this servo. Holy crap. Number 1, come on out. Why is this so difficult? So we need number 2. There we go. All right, cool. Just come right out now. All right, there it is. DOA. So, all right, let's Let's get number 1 plug back in. Actually, let's plug him in first. All right, cool. What do we got going on in the chat? Just subbed, y'all. Grease Spot. There you go. Grease Spot playing the game. There we go. Everybody check out Grease Spot as well. Hit him back. Harold, what's going on, brother? All right. Not going to need it. Speed-wise on this thing, it's a torque servo. 0.14 to 60 degree. It's not bad. Let's take a good look at this thing. Got a plastic top, metal case, plastic bottom, metal geared, high torque. This should work all right. All right, let's get this unplugged here. So, I'm gonna have to put it this way. Nice convenient little slot at the bottom of this box. The only thing that I'm going to say is that this is not one I would submerge for sure. Which way is it going? Needle's back. There we go. I'd like to show you this, but I mean, this is pretty complicated to even do without a camera in your face. There we go. There we go, just like that. Get everything tucked in. Okay, cool. All right, just like that, plugged in. 1 to turn, 2 to burn. It's gonna go just like this. Let me double check the positioning on that. I actually do have the old book for this. Let's see what we got here. Grease Spot. If I nitro inject my 350 Chevy swap Cub Cadet, does it count or do I need to put a remote on it? Nah, if you could get that to run on nitro, that'd be cool. Small block. Good morning to all. Remote? Well, I mean, it'd be a lot more fun with a remote, sure. What's up, Travis? I blame Elon whenever I can't type or autocorrect. Harold, it's not. Don't blame Musk. He didn't do it. Well, maybe he did. Come on, show me a picture. I just want a picture. Not about this reading. Nope, that's it. Just like that. It's the right way. Alright, so it's got to go on like this. Let's get some screws in this. Screwdriver. This damn monster truck's too big. I can't find anything on the workbench because it's all in the way. Look at the screwdriver was under it. All right, let's get these servo screws in. Cool. All right, let's zoom in a little bit. Get a little bit closer on this one. All Aspect says he needs a manual. OGRC, thank you. One good thing about Team Associated is usually if you just Google it, like look up MGT 4.6 manual, man, it's right there. I was able to find stuff for the RC10 GTs. I was able to find all kinds of stuff. Like, all their stuff is still good. Rinks, are you going to fire it up in this episode? Oh, yeah. I'm not going to let it run for long because this thing, if you thought, you know, those small engines smoke you out, you got to see what this thing does. Holy jeez. But, yeah, we can fire this up. This thing will run. I'm going to clean up underneath this, on this frame here a little bit real quick. Usually all manuals can find online. Yeah, some of them are harder to find than others. Like Team Associated is pretty good about it. Especially with the older stuff, you know what I'm saying? Michael Graham, what's going on, brother? There's the man to ask. Michael Graham. I was told, through the grapevine, that the RPM arms for a T-Max will also work on an MGT. You know anything about this? Yeah, just having a physical one is badass. Yeah, I have the box for it too, but the box has just had it. Probably not going to hang on to the box for very long. All right. Cool. Hey, that looks pretty good in there. Doesn't stick out too much. Colors blend in. I think that'll look just fine. I'm going to... Let's see here. That's got to go this way. I'm going to clean up this chassis real quick because I already have it out. Might as well. And then get this all back together. It's amazing how much little stuff gets stuck in these things. There's no screw. I got to find the screw for it. All right, cool. Where's the hardware from there? Don't get any? For real? Okay. Well, that is one downside, I guess, to this servo is usually when you buy a servo, they give you like a screw and some little hardware and shit like that. Not that one. That sucks. Hopefully that screw that I pulled out of that old one will fit. That's for the servo saver, this one here. Not at all. That sucks. Okay. I'm gonna have to find a screw. Nothing too long. It's absolutely not what the work. Let's see, this gonna fit? Oh, come on. That'll work. All right, cool. Got a screw. Let's see what the chat says. I got to download it. I'll have it printed out. I like hard copies. Yeah, it kind of sucks having to keep looking it up if you think you're good and you exit out. I got a whole pile of them here from all different ones. Here's a cool one for OG, MT2. Yep, the black silver servos look better in there. Yeah. Yeah. With the other ones take a dump, I know which direction I'm going to go in. I'll definitely take care of that. All right. That's going to be fun to do. So we'll have to center that and we'll get that going, but let's do get the screws back in to hold the case. So yeah, 4-hole screws hold all the electronics in this, minus a servo saver and a ball cup and the servo horn. You can take everything out. So you can get this thing pretty much as messed up as you want. And you should just be able to clean it up pretty simple. Where's the hole? There it is. I'll try that first one. Oh, this is going to be a pain in the ass now. Get it lined up. There it goes. Nice and easy. Get her lined up. What's going on, James RC Garage? How are you, brother? There you go. OG's dropping the links. Everybody check everybody else out. You don't just get one like. You can't subscribe to X amount only. Everybody can have a good time subscribing to everybody else. There we go. Now I do have a little driver I could be doing this with. I just prefer to do this older stuff by hand because you start stripping screws, these things are a nightmare. Then you try extracting screws from parts that you can't find. Life sucks after that. I know it sucks. I think I'm using... Yeah, this had the shorter screws and I used the longer ones. We're going to have to switch these out anyway. Damn it! Let's see what we got here. James, heck yeah, thinking about doing a live myself today at some point. There you go, brother. Just recommend throw something up maybe a couple hours in advance, let the word spread, and then do it. I'm going racing after 1 o'clock. If I see it pop up on my phone, I'll jump in, but we'll see. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah. There you go, everybody. Need something to do a little bit later today? James RC Garage. Think about doing something later. Hey, Phillips. Be done if this was a driver set. Nitro Freak says he's got some unboxing. What'd you get, man? You get something new? Go unplug that battery so I don't have to listen to the beeping all day. All right, cool. Let's see. OG says he's got 1 sub already. Hey, man, that's 1 more than I got. I still haven't hit the hours, believe it or not. Don't forget OG. Don't forget OG. He definitely can use the love now. I mean, if he can get some subs to fix all that shit that he managed to break. Oh, my Lord. That man was on a rampage. Yeah, OG got his stuff straightened out. YouTube just made a mistake, that's all. Yeah, he broke a lot of shit. Yeah, James, I'm in no hurry. I mean, I do this for fun. I don't really care about the monetization thing, but like honestly, like if I got to the stage one and where you could get memberships and stuff, I don't want anybody spending their money on my shit. I'm sorry. I just by the time YouTube gets their cut, your generosity gets cut as well, and I'd let them pay me, but I don't want to be taking nothing out of anybody's pocket. I'm not a fan of how they do business here. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. So the amount of hug jugs to fix comment had me down. Yeah, man, that's how we measure OG's work. Is in how bad he broke stuff. Is we're gonna do a 1 out of 10 hug jug scale, and that'll be how long it takes to fix. OG, you need to do a live. Yeah, I think he would. I think a couple of those videos he does at the what's it called, his storage unit. You could do something there. Or if you ever start racing, you could do something there. I mean, you said your regular spot's a little noisy. I get it, but you know, it's all right. Everybody comes to hang out anyway. You know what I'm saying? OG repair rating. Yeah. So should we do a 0 to 5 or a 0 to 10 on the hug jug scale of how bad he tore it up? All right. Wish I had something to lean this on. Oh, I got around here. Lean on itself. There we go. That'll work. All right, I got to put 2 screws in this side. That'll hold the tray. And then I got to reassemble this freaking servo saver. That shouldn't be too bad. Mark my words, shouldn't. OG, were you in Compton? Where do you reside home? Yeah. Well, if he's from Detroit, Detroit's almost as bad. 0 to 10 for sure. Okay, we're going to have a 0 to 10 on the OG rating scale for damage anymore. So if anybody breaks their stuff, feel free to use that. So that way we know. We'll go 0 as in it came in under its own power, unscathed, everything's beautiful. We'll go 5 is some mistakes were made, but it's still drivable. And 10 will be a complete carnage. We'll just yard sale. 10 will be yard sale. All right. There we go. Box is in. There we go. Yeah, that servo looks pretty good in there. Cool. Okay. So let's take a look how this thing goes together. It's a 3-piece servo saver. One after the other after the other. So I'm going to try to put it together that way. Let's see here. Nice show. It's called Lower Michigan. It's the ghetto for real. Dogs killing dogs. 6 cops with shotguns and gunfire the other night. Felt like I was back in my hometown. Nitro Freak, did you ever see the DDE guys around there, or ever go to their I don't know. Yeah, just like that. Cool. And this will go right in the location it came out of. That's right there. All right, cool. So yeah, basically it's a 3-ring servo saver. That thing is tight, man. That's a nice servo saver. I really like that. Where are we at? Number 2. Tighten her down. Nice. All right. We got us a servo. Well, where'd the radio get to? We'll get the radio. Get her centered. Try to get this going. Get the end links, the end travel set. I'm sure this is going to be a little different with it being a different servo. We'll be good. No, I had a couple 100 years ago. Never liked them. I love the MGTs just as much as my Savages. Yeah, Savages all the way. Like I said, these are expensive when they were new. So that's why I would assume you're finding less and less of them. Well, let me center that first. Anybody ever see the price of these things when they were new? Check this out. Let me take you off the tripod for a second. I have the original box, but like I said, it's falling apart. It's really not the best. Probably not going to hang on to it for much longer, so I have it here in the pile. 600. No, not this one. There it is. $839. It's wild. $839. If anybody's seen the price of the new USA 1, the USA 1 is about that today. So, figure this would probably be over $1,000. Let's see, they were over 600 new. Nope, they weren't cheap at all. Hell yeah, they still. That's pricey even for today's standards. Correct. But I mean, look what you get. This thing's pretty badass. Would I spend $839 on this? Yo! Yeah, the USA 1 is now $839. So what would this put this up? Around 1,000? 1,100? That's good. Okay. Let's try and get this thing on. All right. Look at that. Nice and smooth. Look at that. So much better than that other one. Wide open, don't shake. All right, cool. I'm gonna open that car. I'm gonna take that air filter off, pull the carb off, see where the settings are. Sorry for the earthquake. Oh, shoot. This tripod's gonna be the death of me today. Let's see what the chat has to say here. Yeah, they were crazy expensive. Just about $9.50 after you walked out the door with fuel. Yeah, pretty much. If you walked out a gallon of fuel, you're over $900. Yeah, the most I've seen in Indiana was $700. Well, that's pricey, even for today's standards. The Kyosho USA 1. You'll see how much of a tank that thing is. Oh, I've driven it a little bit. I beat it around, but like I said, that servo going in and out like that made it kind of hard to drive. Should have bought it when it was $430. Yeah. Dang, huge price on that USA 1 jump. Yeah, they got expensive. They did. Well, you can't say that. Like, the price of everything is going up anymore. All right, we're going to have to cut that off. Actually, I could probably just watch it. Yeah, that's set pretty good. But I'm going to take that off anyway because I want to look at how it looks when it's closed. I want to make sure that everything is good. Come on off. All right, cool. All right, let's see if we can take some of the trim out of this. Let's see if I can move that a little. Who's not happy? Okay. Right about there. That'll do. Cool. All right, let's put this carb air filter back on the carb. Okay, cool. All right, that's one part down. I'm happy with that. Everything looks good. Should be fine. Let's get this arm swapped out. Then we can fire this bad boy up. Fill my whole basement full of smoke. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Did he wait until the tariffs kick in fully? I'm not too concerned about those tariffs because what they don't tell you is all those imports were already hitting us with our stuff anyway. So I mean, I think personally that it's not going to be that big of a deal. We might pay a little bit more, but that's, I mean, what you have to see what happens because the tariff side, we're charging them more. They were always charging us more. So it might not really be that bad. James Collins, what's going on, brother? Let's see what else we got here. As the Canadians are getting shafted. I mean, I personally haven't noticed anything, like, badly. Well, Canada, I mean, they've been shafting you guys for a long time. Think about the products coming in from China. Yeah. Putting a Savage Force 6 is the best thing you can do for that rig. Nah. I've heard that the carburetor will work. That might be something I might do. Nah, that engine's like brand new. So, I mean, if anything, it's just bugs we got to work out. Anyone have a Sen Genesis? Looking for one right now. Nitro Jim's looking for a Sen. I've seen them on eBay, but I don't have one. Sens are super cool, but get ready to waste fuel. One of the worst motors. Yeah, they do eat fuel. Gives it way more RPM and allows it to do wheelies. Yeah, the HPI Force 6 is a great engine. You're right. It's just the amount of runtime that this is going to see. I mean, I'm not gonna bother. I do have a new engine coming to the channel, probably Tuesday. We're gonna get back on the carbon fiber Savage. We're gonna get back on that and start working on that a little bit more. I like to get that going. Trying to clean up the loose ends. Know what I mean? Yeah, that's why mine has the stocks. Yeah, I don't see myself running this a ton. I like my 8.0s. JP, what's going on, brother? Yeah, your favorite truck? Yeah, we just replaced the servo in this thing because it was shaking real bad. Well, not real bad, but it was shaking, making your partial throttle a real pain. I still don't know if this thing is shifting or not, but with the throttle going in and out, in and out, and in and out, it's really not helping me. You know what I'm saying? So, let's see. What do I got to do to switch this arm out? Looks like you got a pin in the front. I got to undo the ball cup. Yeah, this ball cup suspension, I like this. Like I said, this thing is built more like a buggy than a monster truck. I love this thing. Nice slow start. Almost done. Okay, where are we at? Hey, Harold. You know what we're going to use to prop this up? Tire. Alright, what size is this frickin' thing? What did I use last time to work on that? This? No. Forget what I used last time. That thing was a pain in the ass. Freaking huge, man. What did I use last time? Could have swore it was this. Let me try that again. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the, I like the ball cup style stuff. I really do. Tighten up the steering? Nah, steering's pretty good. To do the control arm? I'm doing an upper control arm. I definitely have to do this. So I gotta get the ball cup off. There we go. And I'm going to have to pull them shocks off because the RPM arm comes with a little divider. That's got to go around them shocks, so I'm going to have to pull the screw for that. It's all good. I don't mind that. Yeah, I probably could have did that. We're both right on that one, JP. We could both be right. I'm okay with that. So what happened was when I bought this, let me turn that before I strip that screw. When I bought it, like I said, it had 3 arms. I'm like, oh, come on, you don't buy 3 RPM arms. Where's the other arm? So I got a hold of the guy that I bought it from, and I was like, that box you gave me was a mess, and it's missing an arm. Is there any way you can go up in that attic and just take a quick look? So I guess he sent his kid up there, and his kid was actually able to find it. So I was like, all right, cool, man. I'll come up and get it because I kind of wanted it, you know? So it was kind of convenient, though. These guys, you know, they ain't got much money. I get there, and there's this little chubby kid, man. He goes up, he said, hey, I went up in the attic, I found it. Man, it was like I got set up. Well, when I finally got there to get it from him, the friggin' ice cream man was coming around the block. Well, that young man did me a favor and he found it, so I went and I bought him ice cream, man. That little fat kid was so happy. I helped childhood obesity that day. But... Alright, so we gotta pull these shocks off. Alright, let's pull the top part. Probably the easier way. 2.5. Nitrox, you like Brett? What's going on, brother? You're working today? Okay. Hey, I was digging that. Did you guys ever fire up that Traxxas motor? I was wondering if that ever worked out with that port job you did. Where am I at? I'm missing stuff. Hey guys, what's up? Can't stay working. I got that. At least the front right. Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, if anybody else didn't catch that, Brett did a little homemade port job on a sleeve for a Traxxas 2.5. Man, I don't know. It looked like he knew what he was doing. I want to see how well it runs. He offered a spare one if it didn't, but I like experimentation, so I give you props to that, man. Yes, the front right one is. The lowers are both RPM. That's why I wanted to get that arm. The fact that it didn't match is driving me bonkers. And trying to find these RPM arms for this truck is a bit of a pain, to be honest. Hey, Wire, what's going on, brother? Okay, 2 shocks, 1 arm. There we go. Yeah, here's the difference, basically. I mean, it's a good design arm. There's probably nothing wrong with it. You're a little thinner on the cross section, and it doesn't have a center bar, whereas the RPM ones do. Like I said, I'm going to take this to the hobby shop. I want to match these up to some T-Max arms and see what we got going on. Because, I mean, like I said, finding these for this truck is a real pain. If they're just, you know, basically T-Max arms and T-Max arms will work, then that could save somebody down the road some trouble, you know? Come on, arm line up. T-Max ones, the pins don't line up. I bought a pair and had to send them back. T-Max ones might be an old gen. I don't know. JP, you know anything about that? Do the T-Max arms work on an MGT? This pin's gonna fight. There we go. There we go. Yes, they fit. Okay. No modifications needed? Or did you have to mess with them? Actually, Harold tried it first. Okay. So which ones work? We don't know? Interesting. I wonder why. Maybe I got the wrong ones. Okay. Because I'd like to do it for the rear. Was it just the front you tried? Did we try no direct fit? Okay. Well, that's cool to know. All right, let's get these shocks back together. Oh, what fell out? There we go. I have MGT RPM arms right now, but the T-Max ones definitely should try that. I want to know too. I was just going to go and eyeball them. The new 3.3 ones, same all around. Okay, that's sick. Because I'd like to match the rear up. That would be ideal if that works out, because I can go right to the hobby shop and I guarantee you they have them. Okay, there we go. Bam. Not bad. Just got to get the ball end in there, and that'd be that. Just the classic 2.5 don't fit. Okay. So yeah, it has to be the newer style 3.3. Got it. So there we go. That could definitely help out. See, stuff like that is what I like to see. Now, somebody gets one of these, they break an arm, they're shit out of luck. See that? Now a little bit of information gets spread. Bam, we got another Nitro RC back on the road. Go. And then this guy. I love my MGTs. I find I break the spindles first. And we didn't find a replacement for them, I bet. Yeah, this is the one that I had problems with it shifting, which I can never understand why, because I can get it to shift on the bench. But it just never felt like it shifted. What is the top speed for one of these? That and, okay, there's a good question that I have also. What is the gearing? Is there a gearing difference between a 21 and a 4.6? Maybe that's the problem that I'm having, because this is originally a 21 truck with a 4.6. Maybe the gearing? T-Max for the win on the spindles. So T-Max spindles too. Okay. Yeah, that's what I always break. There used to be RPM ones, but they're hard to find. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That feels good. Let's get the tire back on. That's pretty good for that. All right. Let's take a quick break. Have a drink, see what the chat says. The 8.0 is the best trans. Yeah, this has still got the plastic gears. That's why I don't beat on it too badly. I was wondering for gearing. I have it set. I would assume it's set pretty low for the shift with the throttle fluctuating because of that bad servo. I found it hard to do, like, let's say a part throttle. You know what I mean? Like, it was just going in and out, in and out, in and out. It was a mess. So I wasn't able to hear it shift. I mean, it goes pretty good. It goes pretty good. But I don't know if I'm expecting too much out of it, and that's the problem, or if it's not shifting. Like, I mean, we're not doing 10 mile an hour. That's obviously not the problem. It's probably, I'm saying I'm only getting maybe 25, maybe 30 out of it, maybe. But I was thinking maybe the gearing was different for the lower powered engine. Maybe that's why. I have one with the plastic gears and I beat the tar out of it and it takes it. Yeah, I'm not talking crap. I mean, compared to a Metal Gear one, I'm sure it's not. I'm sure the metal one is far superior. They only hit 36 at best. So perhaps I'm just asking too much from it, but I haven't heard a shift. I don't think. You definitely might be expecting a bit much. MTGs are not as fast. That's why I said Force 4.6. I was comparing it to my Revo, and I think my Revo would blow its doors off, and that thing was dog shit slow. That's what I'm saying. The Revo hit, what I hit, 48? I think 48. Got my ass kicked in my own challenge because of that truck. So maybe I'm just asking too much. Oh, servos. My Revo would smoke my MGT. Okay, so maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just asking too much. It's possible. I had higher expectations, but now, mind you, I was watching JP's go. This went like stink, man. I thought it was quicker. Actually, at the speed challenge, my Revo was almost the same speed. There you go. JP, you still plan on doing that buggy challenge this spring? How about a little info on that, man? You got a good, pretty good crowd here right now. A couple in the house. Could be a good time to spread some knowledge on that if you still plan to do it or not. You do? Okay. Fill the people in, man. Let them know what you know. What's your plan, man? Harold's in. I got one. I'm in. My buggy's 80%. Ready to go. What's the restriction? See that, JP? There you go, JP. I got you a crowd, man. Let them know. Let the people know. Let them know what's going on. Don't fall over. Might not be able to lift you back up. I'm still waiting on the weather here. Yeah, okay. But how do you want to do it? That's all. Nitro Freak, what's the challenge? JP wants to do a speed challenge. We're going to use 8 scale buggy, I believe. Nitro, of course. And he's going to run the thing. Why is that loose? Why? Because it's loose. There we go. All right, cool. Okay, JP says it will be top speed challenge on 1/8 scale buggy, 21 engine size. Okay, 21. So, okay, there you go. Stock or modified engine. Nitro Freak's looking to get crazy now. I might join that one. Texas. I highly recommend it. JP's a good dude. He'll run a good show. And like I said, if he has any needs any help, I will gladly help him out with that. Be a good time for everybody. Just needs to be a 21. So there you go, guys. Obviously, 4-wheel drive buggy. I don't think you can get them any other way. 0.21 size. It could be modified. Whatever you want to do, I guess. I like that. Little rules. Good times. Prize will be a Hot Bodies buggy. There you go. So there you go. Everybody wants a nice buggy? Throw it down. See what you got. I'm sure it's going to be a busy one, though. So there you go. Spread the word. I guess he's going to let us know when he plans to do it. I'm definitely going to see. Look, Harold's all over this. I think he's going out today. Okay. JP, are you going to use the same format like I did? Show the GPS zeroed out, do your run, show it at the end, same deal. One Providence those are easy shipping or drive. Has to be a 21/8 scale, same rules. Okay, that's it. The SPED challenge. Hey man, I hope that was Elon Musk messing with your typing there. Who you calling a SPED? There you go, speed challenge. All right, 3-port, 5-port, 9-port. Any restrictions on that? I don't think so. You said 21, and it can be modified. So I mean, if you want to run an on-road engine in that buggy, I mean that's what I would do. I'm gonna run what I have. Just 21. There you go. 21. Any port, any mod. There you go. Simple as that. GPS just got basically how I ran mine. Show the GPS zeroed out. Do your run in one take, no cuts, and then bring it back. If you want to do a whole video on it, perfectly fine. But the run that you do that will have to count. Oh yeah, I love the green tea. The run that you want to count has to be a single cut. After that, edit all you want. But that and what else did I do? Also, JP, I mean, if you want to do it another way, what I recommend is set up a different email, or you can use your email that you have. That's fine. Your call. You can set up an email address. When you do a speed run, you will have to send them a, hey man, here it is. Send them a link to it, because obviously I worked. JP is a busy man himself. He works as well. We don't have time to be on Facebook going, oh well, there's one, and actually have a problem with missing it. If we miss it, he misses it. You feel like a jerk because you feel like someone's going to feel slighted. So, I want to hear it sing. There you go. Probably not be till the end of April. Okay, so everybody still has time. You got to get yourself a 4-wheel drive buggy with a .21. That's all you got to do. Let it run. I'm stoked. I got something. I'm not going to win, I can tell you that now. But I will be. I'll be in there. We'll have some fun. Maybe I'll be the first one. That way I can say I was in first for a while. So what do you think? You want to fire this thing up? I can let it run for a couple of seconds. Not really looking to, smoke the house out too bad. Probably not be till the end of April. Okay, so there, yeah, fire it up. Harold wants to fire up. Let's fire it up. All right, let's see what we got at the bar. What's the flavor of the day? Tune. I set the carburetor to a factory, so we'll see what happens. Light it up, Travis. You got it, brother. You paid all that money for that pull start? Hell yeah, I did. And I'm not even going to use it. I'm going to use a drill. Yeah. Not a fan of pull starts. Nitro Freak, let her eat. It should start. I have all the carburetor, like I said, I just set it to the factory specs because I'm trying to eliminate as many variables as possible. I want to get this thing to run right. I want to be able to hear it shift. I want a good runner here. Best fuel on the market. Yes, hands down. That's the other thing. JP, are we going to limit nitro content? Because I'm sure somebody's going to want to make a homebrew. I broke my pull start. I said, screw it. Yeah, I was missing the pull starter and all the guts and everything. I didn't have enough to do anything with it. Or Woogie. Yeah, Woogie flies, man. I think that'd be... If you can get him involved in this, that'd be great. You know what I mean? I want to see everybody's channel grow from it. Everybody have a good time. No nonsense, no bullshit. All right, there you go. See some small rules. JP says 20 or 30% no home brew. Okay. There you go. I was missing the thing for the starter shaft, so I put an axle cup and cut an axle. Yeah. I was happy. I got lucky enough. I went to work. I went on eBay. I put the part number in and I found it. I contemplated over spending that kind of money on one, and then I was just like, screw it. I watched him make it myself. Hey, if it works, it works. But I don't know. I found it, and I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna buy it. I bit the bullet that day. All right, cool. All right, let's see if we can get this thing to run. Now, the stinger on the end has a tear in it, so I'm probably just going to have to do the blow and go deal on this one. Just a little bit. I'm not going to run it for, throw it for 10, 15 seconds, and then we'll cut her back down. Let's see. I think most of us OG make it. OG's got a lot of wrenching videos in his future. He should be alright, though. There we go. Alright. 6 mil on a drill. Here we go. Where did I put the radio, just in case? Just in case we got to feed it a little bit. All right, cool. Oh, the fuel mix? Yeah, you see, this is Hug Juice. This is not VP. I put a little moonshine in it. Now she burns. Let's get some fire on that and go. Let's see. Where'd my old trusty go? There we go. Fire and oil. See what you do. Well, cold-blooded, but it'll run. My God. Well, it runs, but boy, it's rich as shit on the bottom for a factory setup. And yeah, I mean, it's a start. Fired up pretty quick. I'm happy with that. Sounds good. Killed all the spiders in the basement. There ain't no spiders down here. I got a cat that kills everything. He's good. He's my bug guy. Yeah, this thing's richer than hell. Let's get that set to bottom. So I'll have to take this out and run it, get her warmed up. The great smoke out. Yeah, it's going to look like Cheech and Chong in this place in a minute. But yeah, I mean, there we go. Got some work done on it today. Now it's just got to take it out and see what's up. I'm going to get the body put back on this. I better pull some of that out. There we go. One more time? Yeah, I'll start it up one more time. Just get the rest of the shit out of it. Might need a glow plug too. This is probably a glow plug that's sat around for 100 years, so it's probably due. What's going on here? Oh. See that? I already lost the screw coming out. Let's see. You had to say it one more time. That's great. I hope I didn't want to do a wheelie. Hell yeah. Devin, you racing today? That's a different name. What are you coming in here all suspect for? You broken already? No, just looks like lack of Loctite. Okay, let's get some Loctite on these this time. It's already broke. Do a wheelie. Hell yeah. Got to keep you on your toes, and yeah, someone has to show you how to drive. And that you did last week. Me and Devin had an awesome race last week. That Slash class, I'll tell you what, man, he was like ice. That dude did not mess up once. I had the fast truck. I got wrecked. But boy, I'll tell you what, I couldn't catch him. I was coming like a freight train, but he wouldn't screw up. He just wouldn't screw up. All right. Loctited, tightened up to JP spec of tight as hell. Let's try it again. There we go. I don't like this glow plug. I think the glow plug's bad. More in there than I thought. I'm gonna leave it alone. Oh, I did notice I didn't. The dog bone popped out. I gotta take this back apart again anyway. Not gonna do that right now. But yeah, there you go. Sounds pretty good. I agree. Just gotta see. The tone change. It says the plug is shit. I agree, JP. That's definitely it. Let's see here. Those fall off lots. You definitely need some videos of you racing, Jim. Nah, man, my racing is definitely not anything you want to see. I'm slower than hell, but I'm good with a Slash. We definitely need some videos. I got some videos up. Maybe I'll take one today. Maybe I'll catch Devin today. No, my buggy's retired for the end of the season, Devin. I'm done playing with that. I might bring the Mini B today. Sweet music, yeah. Yeah, the plug is done. I agree, yeah. Front left wheel didn't spin. Yes, I know. I noticed that too. Dog bone came out. I'm going to have to disassemble it and put it back in. No big deal. Take me a minute. JP's got to take the dog out. All right, buddy. I'll catch you later. But yeah, that race last week, man, I'll tell you what. That was so much fun. Let me clean up this soil mess here. Lovely nitro. Lovely. Ugh. Lovely. Yeah, she's richer than hell. That's not how you want to run it, but it's a start. I can get it outside. I can tune it from there. Turn off the fuel. Get it off my wheel. Gross. All right, cool. So yeah, let me pull this wheel back off. I'm gonna have to do a little something real here and get that dog bone back in. Chino, what's going on? You're late. What's going on, brother? But yeah, as I was saying, that race last week, I was on a roll going through, got dumped by a friggin' lapped guy, and Devin passed me off, and he just took off, and he didn't make a single mistake. I just couldn't catch him. Got down to about 2.5 seconds, ran out of time. He worked for that one. I don't want to hear it. But yes, he is correct. My buggy, I suck. I suck with that buggy. But that's okay. I'm going to do a little bit more work to it and keep at it. JP wants us all to break some stuff. OG took care of that. We don't got to break anymore. That man did enough for everybody. Bro, you just said he wasn't going to fix that dog. No, I lied. I can't leave it alone. It's going to drive me nuts. I wasn't going to fix that dog bone. You are correct. But, yeah, I'm going to now. There we go. I'm driving. All right, well, both feet on the wheel. Stay safe. Should be an easy fix. You knew I was going to fix it. Yeah, my ADHD, I'd be at the track and I'd be going, dude, I got to fix that dog bone. It'd drive me up a wall, brother. But yeah, I'm definitely going to need some help with my buggy. I think I figured something out with it that was wrong. There we go. I'm going to fix this up, and that's going to be it. I'm going to the track. What's everybody else doing today? How about boys? Got to go get some groceries. Oh, he's going grocery shopping. He's going to go spend more money than any of us today. Okay. Final part. Buggy's a precise racing machine. Yeah, I think I figured out what was wrong with it. The one ball cup I used, the threads were too long. It was hitting the bearing carrier in the rear, and it was making the length of the camber arm was way different than from left to right, and I think that's what was screwing it up. Yeah, don't fix that dog bone. I'll think about it. Yeah, that's why I'm fixing that dog bone. Too tight. Next week's going to be the good one. This week's not for points, so it won't really matter. Today's just for fun. All right, let's get this on. Get this on there, and that's it. Nitro Freak, OG just finished your vids. That's what I call full send. Yeah, he didn't leave anything running when he left. Everything he broke it all and then went home. Took his ball and left. Badass. Yeah, OG's doing good. His cars, on the other hand, are not doing so great. All right, cool. All right. Oh, there we go. We got everything. Cool. The brake is on because I turned it off first. There we go. And that's it. Control arm replaced. New servo installed. Seems like it fixed my throttle issue. So now just to go out and see what it does. Maybe I'll throw the GPS on there and we'll see. All right, let's see what we got going on here. And then we're going to call it a day. Picking up wing pieces. Yeah, man, that thing exploded. Hey, paintball is still jumping with no rear shocks. Yeah, he probably did more damage after that. So going back to JP's speed run, what mile per hour do we think is achievable? Oof. Nitro Jim, I'm not sure. Due to it being a single gear, and he left the options pretty well open. 21 engine, any port, 20-30% fuel, no homebrew. I mean, I bet you're going to see stuff into the 50s, easy, 60s, maybe even higher. I know, what's his name? Woogie Nitro, man, he's got some shit that flies. High 40s, low 50s is tops, you think? I don't know, man. Those are monster truck speeds. I don't know. I think you might see somebody that surprises you. Mine is going to be the same one I want to race this year. So I mean, mine isn't going to be completely over geared, but I mean, if I'm close, someone's going to get it. '21 with some good street slicks on it, and the '21 on road. Yeah, you're gonna. If anything was learned from the Monster Truck Challenge is RPM is key. So if you can get an on road, I mean, a well-made 21 is good for like 45,000, like all in. But I mean, I think it's going to be RPM, but then you're going to want the torque to be able to pull a long gear. So there's a lot of variables. It's going to be. It could be fun. 9-port on road, high clutch bell, slicks, open road. Yeah, you'll get some speed. You damn right. Damn right. Is it smaller the clutch bell, the faster, or the other way around? The other way around. The more teeth you can get on the bell, the more top speed you're going to end up with. And then the smaller the spur gear, it'll do it. But then you also got to remember, these things make dog shit for torque. Oh, yeah. Hey, OG, he said .21, no homebrew, but you can do whatever you want to it. So as long as it says .21 on it, it could be an on-road, it could be off-road, it could be whatever you want it to be. He's right. That's 100%. That's what he said. It's whatever. We better hope one of these speed guy runs don't find this video. I'm sure they will. I'm sure when it gets put out, we're gonna when JP's ready to do it, he'll put it out more. We'll spread the word, and I'm sure some of them are gonna do it because if he's gonna give out that hot bodies, I mean that's a pretty damn good prize. I'm sure somebody's gonna want to run for it. I just don't want to come in last. But, all right, everybody. That's going to be it for today. We got the MGT fixed up, ready to go. I'm going to take it out, see if we can do some runs with it later, see if I can hear it shift. If not, probably have to dig into that transmission, maybe even send it to JP and let him do it. But other than that, I got to get my shit together, and I'm going to go racing. So until next week, I'll catch everybody probably next Saturday. I don't think there's going to be any weird pop-up ones like I did this week, but you never know. So I thank everybody for stopping in. I'm going racing. Hopefully Devin won't beat me this week. He's got some comeback coming, and I'll catch you all next week. Till next time, peace.